Hey guys, this recipe is super awesome as a hearty weeknight meal. I love this recipe because pork chops cook in just under 10 minutes. They are super delicious, cooked on the bone, very crispy with the panko and the parmesan. The cabbage gets roasted in the oven, so it's caramelized and a little bit crispy, and you know, it's just a very easy dish to come together on, say, a Wednesday night for you and your honey. It's absolutely delicious. I love it. To get things started, preheat the oven to 450 degrees. In a mortar and pestle, add garlic, rosemary, olive oil, salt, and pepper. Mash that up really good. You want it to form a paste. Now, if you don't have a mortar and pestle, you can chop everything super fine and just mix it together with a spoon. That's fine too. The next thing you're gonna do is cut up the cabbage into 8 pieces and place them on a cookie sheet. Brush the cabbage with that olive oil, garlicky, beautiful paste that you just made to coat them really, really well. Put the cabbage in the oven and roast for 10 minutes. Check the cabbage, flip it over and roast for another 15 minutes or until the edges of the cabbage have just turned a little bit crispy and it's got a nice golden brown color. While the cabbage is cooking, you're gonna move on to the pork chops. First, you wanna set up your breading station, and that's gonna be 3 bowls. The first bowl is AP flour, the second bowl is egg, and the third bowl is a mixture of panko, parmesan, parsley, salt, and pepper. After you have your bowls set up, you want to take your pork chops and first dredge them in the flour. Next, dredge them in the egg, and after that, the panko. The next thing you're gonna do is heat up some oil in a large sauté pan over medium-high heat. To the pan, you're gonna add your pork chops, and you know, you wanna add maybe 1 or 2 pork chops at a time. You don't wanna crowd the pan, and you're gonna cook them until a nice crispy crust forms on both sides. It's about 2 to 3 minutes per side. Now, I know this doesn't sound like a lot of cooking time, but the pork chops are so thin, they really cook very, very quickly. So you just don't want to overcook them. They don't have much fat, and they're pretty much done after about 6 or 7 minutes of cooking. Once the pork chops are done, remove them from the skillet and hold them warm over some foil on a plate. At this point, you can take the grease that's left in the pan and strain it through a fine mesh strainer into a bowl and discard all the little solids and everything that collected in the pan and return that oil back to the pan. We're gonna use this as the base for our warm vinaigrette. To that oil, add the shallots and the raisins and sauté those for a few minutes. And at that point, you can add your cooking sherry to deglaze the bottom of the pan. Now, if there are any little bits of like delicious pieces stuck to the bottom of the pan, you want to use a spoon to scrape that up. I mean, this is all building flavor for your warm vinaigrette. Turn the heat down to low, add the lemon juice, mustard, and honey, and whisk to combine. Now it's time to plate it up. Put 1 or 2 wedges of cabbage on a plate, nestle your pork chop right up next to them, and drizzle that beautiful vinaigrette right over the top of that warm cabbage and pork chop and garnish with a few of those plumped up raisins. And you're done. This is a great weeknight dinner for you. Please let me know how it goes, leave a comment, and if you haven't subscribed, please get on it. We've got so many recipes here at Kin that you don't want to miss. See you next time.